Inside Georgia's parliament, what sounded like the harmonious transfer of power. Though the swearing in of a new president, Mikhail Kavelashvili, is not all it seems. Only the ruling party voted for this former Manchester City footballer after a boycott by the opposition, following weeks of street protests and a general election many believe was marred by fraud.
I plan to be everyone's president, regardless of whether they like me or not. My future efforts will be directed towards the consolidation and the unification of society.
The man in the middle may well be more powerful. He's Bidzina Ivanishvili, a Georgian billionaire sanctioned by Washington on Friday after a violent crackdown on demonstrators. And outside Parliament, scenes which have become familiar here. The UK recently joined the US in sanctioning 5 Georgian officials for human rights violations against demonstrators who want free elections, to join the EU, and to get rid of a president accused of being in the pocket of an oligarch as well as the Kremlin.
Our legitimate government is trying to appoint an illegitimate person who does not have any background in politics, diplomatics, economics, who does not know how to rule a country other than maybe score a goal once or twice in a match.
We are protesting our European future. We are defending this, and we are protesting government's pro-Russian stance. Right now, this so-called government is telling us that they inaugurated the new president, but there is no new president for us, for Georgian people.
Georgia's outgoing president did leave the palace this morning, thereby avoiding possible arrest. But she's refused to acknowledge her successor's legitimacy.
Legitimacy comes from one source, and that source is you. And when there's no trust from the people, there'll be no legitimacy.
Leaving the palace may lower the political temperature here, though maybe not for long. Salome Zurabichvili is campaigning for fresh elections, more pressure from Europe and America, and she plans to appear at more protests against her country's closer ties with Moscow.